I'm going to build my own little kitchen, from wooden planks to a fully functional kitchen. And for this to happen, I had to go away for a weekend to stay in a castle. And this castle also had an interesting history with a surprising connection to my house. But let's start at the beginning. One of the reasons I bought this house is that I want a project that allowed me to learn new skills and to have space to do all sorts of creative things, not just renovations. What started all this was my plan to build a kitchen true to the 1920s style when this house was built, but a large bespoke kitchen I am planning would cost way too much, a small fortune. So I started playing with the idea of maybe build it myself. And then I thought, why don't I try to build a small kitchen in the guest apartment first and see how that goes? Here I only need to build 4 cabinets for a small fridge, dishwasher, sink, and a small oven and space for pots and pans. On top of the cabinets, I will hang a small vintage display cabinet I already bought on an auction. And then, while browsing for building preservation courses, I stumbled upon a course in how to build your own traditional historic kitchen. And the course was set in the historical settings of Nääs castle. I booked a spot immediately. And 6 weeks later, I arrived on a grey, rainy Friday, and the workshop is located on the property of the castle on the other side of the lake. And we started immediately with 4 hours of theory about the history of the kitchen and different styles since the 19th century up to today's modern kitchens. And they were taught to us by a preservation specialist. And then we enjoyed a class by an architect specialized in historic preservation and building with natural materials. She talked about different ways to create a historic kitchen that still matched today's standard in terms of comfort and equipment. How to save an original kitchen and adjust them, or how to make a new kitchen that looks old.
I'm on my way to the second day now, and I'm very excited about this because we are gonna work in the cool workshop I saw yesterday, and it looks so cool. So I have my breakfast in my hands because I'm late as usual. So I'm gonna have to take the car, it's over here, and drive over to that area because it's kind of far away.
The next day we all met up in the workshop to start working on a project. We all had to choose to make either a cabinet door or a drawer. And the first day in the workshop, I didn't feel comfortable filming with other people yet. I normally do this in the comfort of my own home. But the second day I have more to show. But it's time to dig into the history of the castle. So this is not just any castle. It's like the historic center of SLÖJD in Sweden. This is where all school teachers of southern Sweden came to learn how to teach about slöjd. The word slöjd is derived from the Swedish word slöjd, which translates as craft, handicraft, or handiwork. It refers primarily to woodwork, but also paper folding and sewing, embroidery, knitting, and crochet. And because of this long history, this probably means that the teachers of my school, my home, also went here to learn about slöjd, just like I am doing today. And it feels like this is just a full circle coming around. It's so amazing. But it wasn't just teachers that came here to learn about slöjd. Also the famous Swedish sculptor Carl Milles and the Swedish architect Carl Malmsten, whose furniture is still very popular today. They have both done classes here. Anyway, the second evening and following morning I enjoyed outside walking around on the castle's property. It's owned today by a non-profit association and hosts all sorts of activities. There is a cafe, a shop, horse stables with riding schools, hiking trails, Western Sweden's Building Preservation Center, which are the ones behind the course I attended to. I lived in one of the wings of the castle with a common living room, kitchen and bathroom. It was lovely and I was the only one there except for a couple from the same course as I. So let's show you what I did in the workshop. I wanted to make a cabinet door, so I had to learn the technique of where you make a panel inlaid in frame. And the first day I basically finished the frame. So the second day I had to plane some planks and glue them together to make a full panel. If you enjoyed this video and want to support my work, you can like, write a comment and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications if you do. See you in 2 weeks.